night is heavy, the room feels cold. I'm holding on to a love grown old. Every whisper fades, but the pain remains. A quiet echo calling your name. I reach for your hand, but it's not there. The silence reminds me you don't care. The sound of tears is all I hear. A broken song that draws me near. Every drop is a memory falling. Every cry is your absence calling. The sound of tears is louder than goodbye. The photographs tremble in my hands. A fragile story I can't withstand. Your smile is frozen, but it cuts so deep. A promise broken, I can't keep. I call out your name, but the night won't reply. The silence is cruel, it tells me why. The sound of tears is all I hear. A broken song that draws me near. Every drop is a memory falling. Every cry is your absence calling. The sound of tears is louder than goodbye. If love was a melody, it's gone out of tune. I'm left with the silence beneath the moon. The rhythm of sorrow keeps pulling me down, and I'm drowning in echoes without a sound. The sound of tears is all I hear. A broken song that won't disappear. Every drop is a memory falling. Every cry is your absence calling. The sound of tears is louder than goodbye. The silence breaks, but no one's near. Just me and the sound of tears. The walls are whispering your name tonight, but the echoes fade and there's no reply. Every corner holds a memory's trace, but the silence stares me in the face. I reach for the warmth that's no longer here. The quiet reminds me you've disappeared. In the quiet of loneliness, I'm haunted by the Every breath is barely taken in the quiet of loneliness. I'm lost without your love. The bed is colder on your side. Keep pretending, but I can't hide. The night is heavy, the stars don't shine. I'm stuck in the shadows of what was mine. I call out your name, but the air doesn't move. The silence is cruel. It's the only proof. In the quiet of loneliness, I'm haunted by the emptiness. Every heartbeat feels like it's breaking. Every breath is barely taken in the quiet. Silence, just holding on. The quiet is louder than words ever said. It's the sound of a love that's forever dead. In the quiet of loneliness, I'm drowning in the heaviness. Every heartbeat feels like it's breaking. Every dream is slowly fading in the quiet of loneliness. I'll never find my way back home. The quiet keeps speaking, but it only says you're gone. I thought your love would lead me home through every storm. I'd never be alone. But now the stars don't shine the same, and every road just whispers your name. I'm chasing horizons that fade into gray, but the map of my heart has been torn away. I'm a broken compass spinning in the dark, searching for your light, but I've lost the spark. Every step I take just circles back to you. I'm lost in the silence of a love untrue. Broken compass, and I don't know where to go. The north I knew was your gentle hand. Now just the pain inside. Every step I take just circles back to you. I'm lost in the silence of love untrue. Broken compass, and I'll never find my way. The needle keeps turning, but it won't align. I'm a broken compass, since you're no longer mine. The clock keeps ticking, but I'm frozen here. Every second drags, every silence is clear. Your shadow lingers on the walls of my mind. I reach for your love, but there's nothing to find. I'm stuck in the moment where you walked away. The world keeps moving, but I can't escape. I'm crying in slow motion. Every tear falls like the ocean. The pain rewinds, it plays again. A broken heart that won't mend. I'm crying in slow motion, and I can't let go of you. The photographs whisper, but they cut like glass. I bleed from the memories of what couldn't last. Your voice is a ghost in the back of my head. A song unfinished, a love left unsaid. I'm trapped in the silence of what we became. The echoes remind me I'm the one to blame. I'm crying in slow motion. Every tear falls like the ocean. The pain rewinds, it plays again. A broken heart that won't mend. I'm crying in slow motion, and I can't let go of you. If time could heal, why does it stand still? Why does every breath feel so unreal? I'm drowning in the weight of what we lost, paying forever for love's cruel cost. I'm crying in slow motion. Every tear falls like devotion. The pain repeats, it never ends. A shattered soul, I can't pretend. I'm crying in slow motion, and I'll always love you. The world moves fast, but I'm standing alone, crying in slow motion. Since you're gone, I hear your voice in the quiet night, a fading echo, but it feels so alive. Every shadow carries pieces of you, but the light is gone, and I'm left with the truth. I reach for your hand, but it slips through the air. The silence reminds me you're no longer there. I'm drowning in memories, caught in the tide of what used to be. Every tear is an ocean, pulling me down. I'm lost in the waves where your love can't be found. Drowning in memories, and they're all that's left of me. Photographs whisper from the frame, smiles frozen, but they don't feel the same. I trace the outlines, but they blur in my hands, like castles of sand washed away by the strand. I call out your name, but the night doesn't hear. The echoes just haunt me, they keep you near. I'm drowning in memories, caught in the tide of what used to be. Every tear's an ocean, pulling me down. I'm lost in the waves where your love can't be found. Drowning in memories, and they're all that's left of me. If love was a river, I'd let it flow free. But I'm chained to the past, it won't let me breathe. The current is heavy, it drags me below, and I can't let go. I can't let go. I'm drowning in memories. The water is colder than destiny. Every heartbeat is breaking, I can't make a sound. I'm lost in the waves where your love can't be found. Drowning in memories, and they're all that's left of me. Just me in the silence, forever drowning in memories. The sun is hitting the floorboards at a jagged angle, and the dust is dancing in the light. I Can't feel I'm sitting in the chair where we used to tangle, trying to figure out which part of us was real. The kitchen's too quiet, the clock's a bit slow, and I'm watching the steam disappear from the cup. It's funny how fast a fire can go when you're the only one trying to keep it lit up. I know I should pour it out, start something new, but I'm paralyzed by the ghost of you. Now I'm just drinking cold coffee and reading old texts, waiting for a typing bubble that never comes next, scrolling through the I love yous from a year ago, back when the highs were high and the goodbyes were slow. The caffeine is bitter, the memory is blue. I'm still stuck in a January version of you, just me and the static, a heart that reflects over cold coffee and old text. I reached the part where you said you'd never leave. I've got it bookmarked like a lie. I still believe your contact name is the same, but the person is gone and the blue light of the screen is my only dawn. I've memorized the rhythm of the way you used to speak. Now I'm searching for a meaning in a bridge that's gone weak. Maybe if I microwave the mug, the warmth will return. But some things are meant to go cold, some bridges just burn. I'm thumbing through the history, a digital grave, counting all the promises that we couldn't say. Drinking cold coffee and reading old texts, waiting for a typing bubble that never comes next, scrolling through the I love yous for you. Go back when the highs were high and the goodbyes were slow. The caffeine is bitter, the memory is blue. I'm still stuck in a January version of you, just me and the static, a heart that reflects over cold coffee and old text. The battery's at 5%. I should probably let it die. I should probably say goodbye, but the coffee's still here, and so are you, in my palm. Just a cold cup and a long calm. saw a coat in a window that looked just like yours. And for a second my lungs forgot how to work. I still avoid the aisle at the grocery store, where the tea that you like sits in the dirt. It's been 6 months of fine and I'm doing okay. But the silence in this kitchen has a lot to say. I tried to scrub the kitchen floor to wash the phantom footsteps from the door, but some stains don't come out with soap and water, and some ghosts just get taller. Your name is a bruise on the side of my ribs, purple and heavy and tender to touch. I try not to say it, I try to forgive, but God, I still miss you a little too much. It's a dull kind of ache, a dark shade of blue. Every breath that I take runs right into you. I'm healing, I guess, but the mark is still news deep in my skin. Your name is a bruise. I bumped into your sister at the park down the street. She had your eyes in that way that you blink. I felt the blood rush, I felt the defeat, and I went home to sit by the sink. I pressed on the spot where the memory lives, just to see if it still had something to give. They say that the body remembers the trauma, the never agains, and the what if drama. And I'm wearing the ghost of us like a jacket, wrapped in the noise and the heartbreak racket. It doesn't bleed anymore, no, the surface is sealed, but a mark on the heart takes forever to heal. 'Cause your name is a bruise on the side of my ribs, purple and heavy and tender to touch. I try not to say it, I try to forgive, but God, I still miss you a little too much. It's a dull kind of ache, a dark shade of blue. Every breath that I take runs right into you. I'm healing, I guess, but the mark is still news deep in my skin. Your name is a bruise. It's turning to yellow, it's fading to gray, but I still feel the pressure from when you walked away. Yeah, it's just a name, but it's a hell of a bruise. Just a name, just a bruise. We were honey in a jar, we were sugar on the tongue, the kind of reckless magic happens all young. I swallowed every promise, I drank in every word, the sweetest set of lies that I had ever heard. But the kitchen's gone cold and the pantry's bare, and there's a ghost of a flavor still hanging in the air. I try to wash it down with someone new, but water doesn't work when the well is you. I'm biting my lip until it starts to bleed, trying to forget the way you tasted to me. Now it's just a bitter aftertaste, a waste of all the forever we misplaced. It started out like candy, melting in my hand. Now it's grit and it's copper, and it's swallowing sand. I can rinse out the glass, I can throw away the wine, but I can't get your memory off this tongue of mine. Love was a feast, now it's just a waste, and a long, slow, bitter aftertaste. I found your old sweatshirt in the back of the drawer. It doesn't smell like you, not anymore. It smells like the rain and the dust on the shelf, like a version of us that I kept for myself. It's funny how the mind tries to sweeten the fall, but the back of my throat remembers it all. They say time is a cleanser, that it scrubs you clean, but you're the sharpest sting that I've ever seen. A pill I can't swallow, a burn in my chest, the ghost of a yes in a graveyard of beds. Oh, just a bitter aftertaste. The fence needs a coat of paint, the gate has a hitch. The weeds are moving in, claiming every inch. I remember you kneeling there, dirt on your knees, whispering secrets to the sapling trees. You said, give it time, just wait for the bloom. Now I'm standing in the yard, suffocating in the room. The marigolds are screaming, the roses have thorns. It's hard to tend a life when you're busy being torn. I've got a rusted shovel and a heavy heart. I don't know where the flowers end and where the ruins start. And now I'm walking through the garden you planted, taking all the colors for granted. The hydrangeas are blue just like the day that you left. And I'm pruning the memories, hiding the theft. You sowed all the seeds, then you walked out the door. Now I'm harvesting shadows on the forest floor. It was supposed to be a paradise, a place we could grow, but it's just a beautiful way to watch you go. The lavender smells like the soap on your skin. It's a cruel kind of perfume for the state that I'm in. I tried to pull the ivy, but it's wrapped round my throat. Like the last desperate lines of the letter you wrote. Every petal that falls is a promise you broke. And the smoke from the bonfire is making me choke. Rain doesn't wash away the ghost of your hand, it just turns the soil into sinking sand. I'm watering the dirt where nothing will rise, trying to see the spring through these winter eyes. Why did you plant it if you wouldn't stay to watch it turn green? You just turned away. Supposed to be a paradise, a place we could grow, but it's just a beautiful way to watch you go. The sun's going down, the shadows are long. I'm still humming your favorite song. The lilies are white, like a flag of surrender. I'll try to forget, but I'll always remember the garden you planted, the garden you left behind, in the back of my mind. standing on the corner of 5th and Main. The sky is a perfect insulting shade of blue. I'm drenched in the memory of the pouring rain, the day that I finally lost my grip on you. The light turned green and the cars pulled away. A woman laughed at a joke on her phone. I was looking for a sign, for the earth to just sway, for a crack to open up and take me home. But the pigeons didn't fly away in fear. The sun didn't blink, the air stayed clear. I was screaming, wait, inside of my head, but the morning just kept moving instead. And the world kept spinning like it didn't even care that the oxygen was gone from the middle of the air. The neighbors mowed their lawns, the kids played in the street, while I was looking down at the wreckage at my feet. How can the stars still hang in the sky? How can the moon have the nerve to be high? My whole universe ended when you said we were winning, but the world kept spinning. I went to the cafe, the one with the cracked tile. The girl behind the counter asked, how is your day? I wanted to tell her I haven't seen her smile since the moment I watched you walk away. But I just ordered black and I paid with a 5, feeling like the only person barely alive, while the radio played a song about dancing, and the couple in the corner was busy romancing. It's a quiet kind of violence, the steady routine. The ticking of the clock is so damn mean. It doesn't pause for the broken, it doesn't wait for the hurt. It just grinds our history into the dirt. I'm a statue of salt in a city of speed. Falling behind is my only creed. The oxygen was gone from the middle of the air. The neighbors mowed their lawns, the kids played in the street, while I was looking down at the wreckage at my feet. How can the stars still hang in the sky? How can the moon have the nerve to be high? My whole universe ended when you said we were winning, but the world kept spinning. The news is on, clouds are gray. Tomorrow's just another day. Spinning, spinning. I'm still dizzy from the fall, and the world didn't notice at all. Pull the curtain shut and turn the ringer off. I'm practicing the way to live without your touch. The mailbox is a graveyard for the things I shouldn't read, and silence is the only thing I've learned to truly need. I used to be a window open to the light. Now I'm just a cellar door bolted for the night. I'm building up the brickwork, I'm digging out the mold, I'm swallowing the I miss you that's rising in my throat. Safety is a hollow in a cold and quiet price when you're terrified of looking into any stranger's eyes. Because I've got a heart in hiding, tucked behind the bone, afraid to let a flicker show, afraid to be known. I've wrapped it up in velvet, I've locked it in a chest, giving all the love I had a long and lonely rest. It's not broken anymore, it's just staying out of sight. A heart in hiding, waiting for the night to end the light. They tell me that the world is wide and beautiful and blue, but every shade of color is a memory of you. So I've traded in the mountaintops for 4 familiar walls, and I'm listening for the footsteps that never walk the halls. It's easier to be alone than to risk another tear, but the air is getting thinner in the atmosphere of fear. Yeah, I've got a heart in hiding, tucked behind the bone, afraid to let a flicker show, afraid to The sky is the color of a bruised needed night, heavy with the pressure, blocking out the light. I'm sitting on the porch swing, watching for a sign, waiting for the clouds to finally align. The air is getting thick, it's getting hard to breathe, like the way you looked at me before you had to leave. A warning in the distance, a low unsteady hum, but the healing water, it never seems to come. My chest is full of static, my head is full of noise. I'm listening for the echo of your hollow, distant voice. The wind is picking up, shaking every leaf on the tree, but the ground is staying dry, just like the heart in me. And it's thunder without rain, a loud and empty heartache, a dry and dusty pain. The lightning's across the ceiling, the walls are shaking gold, but there's nothing here to wash away the stories that we told. Just a roar in the canyon, a shadow on the plain. It's a storm that never breaks. It's thunder without rain. I've got all the anger, I've got all the sound, but I can't find a single drop to soak into the ground. I wanna cry a river, I wanna feel the flood. I want the sky to open up and wash away the mud, but it's just a restless fever, a dark and heavy sky, 1,000 miles of maybe and 1,000,000 miles of why. I'm waiting for the downpour to let me finally feel that the ending of our story is actually real. But it's thunder without rain, a loud and empty heartache, a dry and dusty pain. The lightning's across the ceiling, the walls are shaking gold, but there's nothing here to wash away the stories that we told. Just a roar in the canyon, a shadow on the plain. It's a storm that never breaks. It's thunder without rain. They say the storm brings mercy, they say it clears the air, but the silence after a dry storm is more than I can bear. Give me the lightning, give me the crack and the boom, anything to fill the quiet of this empty, aching room. Just let it fall, God, let it fall. Yeah, it's just the noise, just the noise. The calendar is lying. It says today's a brand new start, but there's a missing 24 hours beating in my heart. I keep a tally on the door frame. I watch the seasons drift away, but you only seem to happen in the space between the days. I'm a house with all the lights on, just waiting for the knock. But you're the extra second on a broken-hearted clock. I'm living in the 365, just trying to keep the ghost of us alive. But you're a ghost of a different kind, a rare and fleeting spark that only comes to find me when the year is feeling dark. It's a leap year love, it's a temporary high, a bonus day of sunlight in a February sky. You show up for a moment, then you leave me for 1,000 more, waiting for the rhythm to wash back upon the shore. It's a beautiful glitch, it's a blessing from above, but I'm dying in the distance of a leap year love. I try to set the table, but I'm setting it for one, while you're off chasing winters in a different kind of sun. Do you think of me in June? Do you miss me in July? Or do I only cross your mind when the orbits jar at night? I'm a habit you can't quit, but I'm a secret you don't keep, falling through the cracks while the rest of the world's asleep. It's a leap year love, struck midnight. The date just clicked over, and now I have to wait another 1400 days just to see your face. Leap year, love, see you in 4 years, maybe. You took the edges of my spirit and you tucked them in. You found the creases where the us was supposed to begin. I let you fold me into something I was never meant to be. A paper crane, a static wing, a version of me you'd like to see. But paper doesn't breathe, it only holds the shape you give. And I was dying in your hands just so you could let us live. Now there's white lines on my skin where the pressure was too much. I'm a map of every corner, every heavy-handed touch. You made me beautiful, but you made me small, and now I'm waiting for the slightest wind to make me fall. Because I've got an origami heart, and it's starting to tear from being folded and unfolded more than I can bear. Every sharp line is a memory of a promise that you broke. Now I'm just a hollow sculpture disappearing in the smoke. You can't smooth out the scars, no matter where you start, when you're living with an origami heart. I try to flatten out the pages, try to stand up tall, but the ridges in the center make me stumble, make me crawl. If I try to pull the fibers back to who I used to be, I just find the ghost of someone who was wild and paper free. But you like the symmetry, you like the way I stayed in the little box of silence that your clever fingers made. Yeah, I've got an origami heart, and it's starting to tear from being folded and unfolded more than I can bear. Every sharp line is a memory of a promise that you broke. Now I'm just a hollow sculpture disappearing in the smoke. You can smooth be a blank page again, without the creases, without the pain. One last fold, and I'm gone. I haven't opened up the windows in a week, afraid the breeze might take the only ghost I keep. I'm catching traces of you on the hallway air, a hint of cedar and the shampoo in your hair. The laundry's folded but I can't put it away, because it smells like Sunday morning and you promised you would stay. They say the memory's the first thing that goes thin, but I can still smell the rain upon your skin. And every time I breathe, it's like a paper cut, a door I'm trying to open, but you've already shut. Because there are scents that won't fade, no matter the miles. The smoke of your laughter, the light of your smiles. I'm inhaling the heartbreak, I'm drinking the gloom of a perfume that lingers in an empty room. Time can't wash it out, love is a bitter trait, and I'm haunted by the scents that won't fade. I pass a stranger on the street and now I go. Yeah, they wore that citrus scent that only we would know. And for a second my heart jumped inside my chest. I almost called your name, I almost failed the test. Then the wind shifted and the phantom was gone, leaving me standing in the middle of the dawn. Because there are scents that won't fade, no matter the miles. The smoke of your laughter, the light of your smiles. I'm inhaling the heartbreak, I'm drinking the gloom of a perfume that lingers in an empty room. Time can't wash it out, love is a bitter you're still here in the air, just a scent that won't fade. I bought these lilies on a Tuesday afternoon, back when the garden in your eyes was still in bloom. Now the petals are like parchment, brittle and gray, just a ghost of the colors that we threw away. I'm still scrubbing at the rings left on the wood, trying to fix the things I never understood. The tap is running till the porcelain overflows, but water doesn't wake a heart that's already closed. I'm just going through the motions of a life we planned, with a handful of dust and a glass in my hand. And it's dry flowers in a wet place, trying to find a pulse in a hollow place, feeding the echoes of a love that died, while I'm drowning in the reservoir I keep inside. It's a beautiful light, it's a desperate grace, just dry flowers in a wet vase. You left your scent on the collar of my coat, and 1,000 I love yous that we never wrote. The stems are soaking in a cold, clear sea, but they can't drink the hope you took away from me. I'm decorating shadows, I'm painting the air, hoping if I make it pretty, you'll still be there. But it's dry flowers in a wet place, trying to find a pulse in a hollow place, feeding the echoes of a love that died, while I'm drowning in the reservoir I keep inside. It's a beautiful light, it's a desperate grace, just dry flowers in a wet vase. If I pour enough in, will the green come back? Will the light find the corners where the spirit cracked? Or am I just a gardener in a graveyard of glass, waiting for a season that has already passed? Already yeah, it's dry flowers in a wet vase, trying to find a pulse in a hollow place, feeding the echoes of a love that died, while I'm drowning in the reservoir I keep inside. It's a beautiful light, it's a desperate grace, just dry flowers. The water's getting cloudy now, and the stems are starting to bend. Funny how we try to save what's already reached the end, just a wet face and a dry heart. I reached for your hand at the edge of the curb, but the air was the only thing there. I'd forgotten the sound of a thought undisturbed by the ghost of your voice in my hair. For 3 years I followed the path that you paved. I moved in the wake of your stride. I was the passenger, quiet and saved, with nowhere I needed to hide. But the engine is dead and the maps are all torn, and I'm standing here on the line between the person I was before I was yours and the one I'm supposed to find. And it's heavy, just walking on my own feet, learning the rhythm of a different beat. The ground feels like water, the sky feels too tall, and I'm terrified lately of how far I'll fall. I'm balanced on nothing, just skin and just bone, trying to carry this weight all alone. It's a long, lonely road down a stranger's street, just walking on my own feet. I went to the park where the pavement is cracked, where we used to run side by side. I felt like a shadow that's trying to act like it hasn't been stripped of its pride. My knees are a little bit shaky and weak, and my shadow looks smaller today. I'm looking for courage, I'm too scared to speak as I watch my old self fade away. I'm not used to the wind hitting me first. I'm not used to the silence, the best and the worst. No one to catch me, no one to lead, no one to tell me just how much I bleed. But I'm taking a step, then I'm taking one more, leaving your footprints behind at the door. Walking on my own feet. One step, two step, don't look back. The sidewalk is empty, the asphalt is black. I'm a little bit clumsy, I'm a little bit slow, but I'm finally going where I need to go. On my own feet, just me, just walking. I pull the curtains wide just to let in the air, counting the hours it's gonna take for me to break. The streetlights are humming a low, steady drone, reminding me why I'm sitting here all alone. I'm pacing the floorboards in my oldest t-shirt, tracing the outlines of where it still hurts. I'm not crying, well maybe a little, but the air in this room is getting real brittle. I've got no one to call, and I've got no one to blame, but the stars look like static around your old name. I'm whispering sorry to a room full of ghosts, to the version of us that I needed the most. And the moon is a witness to the way that I fall. It's seen every tear, it's seen me hit the wall. It watched you walk out while the world was asleep. It knows all the secrets I promised you keep. It's a cold white eye in a charcoal sky, watching me struggle to say this goodbye. I'm a wreck in the dark, and it's perfectly clear. The moon is the only one watching me here. Do you look at it too, from wherever you are? Does it look like a coin or a permanent scar? I wonder if it follows you home down the track and whispers the things that I can't take back. It saw the last kiss by the gate in the yard. It saw me try to be brave, saw me fail to be hard. It's been silver, it's been pale, it's been hollow and blue. It's the only thing left that's seen me and you. They say it's just a rock, just a light in the night, but it feels like a judge in this flickering light. It doesn't offer a hand, it doesn't offer a grace. It just shines on the void that you left in this place. Shine on my seeking, shine on my shame, shine on the heart that still calls out your name. It's seen every tear, it's seen me hit the wall. It watched you walk out while the world was asleep. It knows all the secrets I promised to keep. It's a cold white eye in a charcoal sky, watching me struggle to say this goodbye. I'm a wreck in the dark, The neighborhood is naked, the branches are bare. There's a sharp silver bite in the November air. I watched the others surrender, saw them drift to the grass. I watched the seasons change through a window of glass. They say there's a dignity in letting things go, in laying down quiet for the coming of snow. But I'm still clutched to this wood, I'm still holding my breath, ignoring the logic of a beautiful death. My edges are curled and my color is faded. I'm tired of being so lonely and jaded, but the ground looks so cold and the sky is so wide, and I've got no place left where a heart can go hide. And I'm a last leaf hanging on the tree, waiting for a wind that'll finally set me free. Everyone's moved on, the forest is still, but I'm fighting the frost and I'm fighting the chill. I'm the only one left who remembers the spring when we were a garden, when we were a thing. Now I'm shivering high where the world cannot see. Just the last lonely leaf on the tree. I remember the shade that we threw in July. We were a canopy touching the sky. You were the root and the sap and the soul. You were the half that made me feel whole, but you dropped away when the first shadows fell, left me alone in this skeletal shell. Now the birds have all flown to a place that is warm, and I'm the only target for the heart of the storm. Gravity's pulling, it's whispering soon. Under the light of a cold hollow moon, I'm brittle as paper, I'm thin as a ghost, hanging on to the ghost that I miss the most. Is it brave to stay up here? Is it just a mistake? How much of this winter can one body take? A delicate finger picked a caustic melody that flew with its fluttering, becoming worse and slower toward the end. Yeah, I'm the last leaf hanging on the tree, waiting for a wind that'll finally set me free. Everyone's moved on, the forest is still, but I'm fighting the frost and I'm fighting the chill. I'm the only one left who remembers the spring when we were a garden, when we were a free. Now I'm shivering high where the world cannot see. Just the last lonely leaf on the tree. The branches swaying, the grip is breaking. I'm tired of the holding, I'm tired of the aching one. Last gust. just the last one falling. The calendar is lying, saying June is on the way, but I'm shivering in the middle of a golden summer day. The neighbors are out running seeds in the dirt, but I'm still dressed for the cold and the hurt. I see the green leaves, I hear the birds sing, but I can't feel the promise of a single damn thing. The sun is a stranger that I used to know, while I'm buried under 3 feet of memory and snow. My internal clock got stuck on the night you left, in the season of shadows, in the season of theft. And now it's always autumn in my bones, the kind of chill that a sweater can't fix on its own. I'm a forest who used to be a sky turning gray, watching every part of me just wither away. The wind is a ghost whistling through my ribs, telling me the lies that a lonely heart lives. I'm brittle and I'm shaking, standing all alone, with a permanent autumn deep in my bones. I remember the harvest, I remember the heat, when the world was a fruit that was heavy and sweet. But the frost moved in and it settled in deep. Now I'm a secret that the winter will keep. You were the bonfire, the light in the dark, but you took every ember and you took every spark. Now my blood is like sap that's beginning to freeze. I'm just waiting for the wind to bring me to my knees. And I'm crunching on the fragments of the promises we made, walking through the graveyard of the plans that we laid. There's no springing forward, there's no falling back, just a long brown stretch of a lonely track. I'm losing my color, I'm turning to rust. Everything we built is just settling as dust. It's always autumn in my bones, the kind of chill that a sweater can't fix on its own. I'm a forest that used to be a sky turning gray, watching every part of me just wither away. The wind is a ghost whistling through my ribs, telling me the lies that a lonely heart lives. I'm brittle and I'm shaking, standing all alone, with a permanent autumn deep in my bones. The days are getting shorter, the nights are getting long. I forgot the words to my favorite song. Crunch, crunch, that's the sound of my heart, just waiting for the winter to pull me